could have been a top pick, still a trending topic. Daily deposit, spit facts, we don't gossip. It's some real talk, put some knowledge in your noggin. On and off the court, I run it, never see me job.
What it do? It's your boy, Coach KK, man. I'm back with another episode of Daily Deposits in collaboration with The Portal, man. We have a very special episode, as you guys can see. We're on the move this time, man. We're not in our regular studio, so we had to come in and meet my guy Leak out here at Oregon, man. Definitely want to tell him we appreciate him extending that olive branch for us to come out here, man, being so hospitable for us out here. And without further ado, I got to introduce these guys sitting to the right of me. All the way to the right, we got my guy Twan, founder of the Portal, somebody that's in the city. You see him at every game, Optimist High School, man. A guy that's definitely out here in the community that give back to the kids in different ways, different capacities. Somebody that's just, we eye level with the things that, our foundation and what we do this for. And, just somebody I wanted to bring on, and, you'll be seeing a lot of Twan, man. So tell him what's up, Twan.
Yeah, it's Twan, Uncle Portal, AKA The Portal. We came out here to Eugene, Oregon, and interview Coach. We appreciate everything. We came out here, and we'll be doing a lot of more interviews with high school, college, and NFL coming up soon. So this is the first one, the big O, as you can see. We out here on a big weekend, Oregon versus Indiana, a rivalry, and we here to make sure we get all the footage and everything we need for Coach.
Yes, sir. And to the right of me, man, for sure, definitely gotta introduce the man of the hour, man, my guy, Mr. Elite Terry himself, man, head offensive line coach here at Oregon, man. And just the man himself, like I said, man, we have no further introduction as far as the things that he's done. We're going to get into it. I don't want to get too a big spiel about it, but I definitely want y'all to see the man, the guy that made it all happen, man, that came from Miami, just like the rest of us. We all have humble beginnings. A guy that's real, he leans on his family, somebody that's real family oriented, just a genuine soul. Everybody I've spoke to about this man has had nothing but positive things to say. Like, I got in touch with guys really close to him just to get the scoop, man, things that I didn't know about him, and everything that they were saying was just like, it was amazing. Like, it was amazing, literally, the things they were saying as far as him being the most genuine person they know, just down to earth, for you to shirt off his back, man. So I without further ado, here, my guy, Elite Terry, man.
Man, appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for even coming out here, man. Appreciate y'all even having me, man, for real. No doubt, man. It's a blessing because, like you say, like to be three people from the crib, all the way on the other side of the country, man, ain't nothing better than the O, man. And to be sitting here right now and living out a dream, like you said, everybody we know where we from.
Right.
The O is the dream.
Yeah.
And to be sitting here now as offensive line coach, man, it ain't nobody more than God. Right. Obviously, my family did everything to make sure I'm in this position right now, but the blessing of the Lord to be able to make this happen, man, I'm forever grateful, man. Forever grateful. And being somebody that came from the city, right, born and raised in Miami, right, started out from a youngin'. Like, my pops is from Marion, West Virginia. My mom is from the city. My mom went to Northwestern. My pops is from Marion, West Virginia. They met probably like in 93, 94. My pops moved down here right after college when he was like 18. He met my old girl. They got together, and they had me in 95. So I've been down here my whole life.
95, baby.
Yeah, 95, baby, man. Class of 2014, best class ever. We'll talk about that later, best class ever. But it's cool to grow up in a place like Miami, and my old boy being from somewhere that was so country. My pops is from somewhere that only had 1,000 people.
Yeah.
So like, that's country, and he the youngest of 13.
Wow, back then they had a lot of kids.
So I got the unique perspective of living in Miami, like as a country person. My pops gave us not like a lot of leeway, but like he lived the country lifestyle. So my old girl, my mom lived right next to the Hialeah, right over there on 48th and 10th, and my pops lived in North Miami Beach. So my pops worked at Hialeah High School. My mom worked in Brickell. My sister was going all the way over to the beach. So I was experiencing the whole city of Miami in a different way. And obviously my pops was a high school football coach at Hialeah High School. He started off at Beach when he first moved to Miami.
Yeah. Shout out to Coach Terry, man.
Yeah, that's the real GOAT for real, man. Pops, that old boy, like the fact that a lot of this, everything is really happening because of him, man. Because him being the football legend that he is, obviously down in Miami, and the experiences I was able to experience, obviously with the amount of college coaches that came through Hialeah, the amount of guys that was recruited way before me, the Corey Lees, the Paris Cottons, the Corey Lemonniers, the Calvin Smiths. We can go down the list. Like, I'm a Miami high school lover, like through and through, and that's all through to my pops. You feel me? That's all through my pops, man. So that's led to what this has become, man. I played Optimist for Liberty City Warriors and Hialeah Cougars. Right, I was playing basketball at Jesus People Ministries over in Miami Gardens. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I didn't experience almost every level of Miami, like as you can experience, man. It's the best thing ever. Yeah. At Jackson's, come on now, my grandma. So we'd be over there at Jackson's on Saturday. When he told me that, I'm like, man, the world's so big, it's small, because like obviously my pops was coaching at Hialeah, so I was at Miami-Dade Park a ton in the afternoons. And then when I was younger, I would finish, go back to the city, because my mom was staying right up, and I would be playing for the city with Liberty City Warriors. So it's like I was living in 3 parts of Miami every single day, traveling and moving, you feel me? Just full experience, you feel me? So it's like I'm an early bird, because my pops was working at a high school, waking up at 7:20 every morning. So my experience in Miami is everything, and it made me and it cultivated me. And I think, like, I say this all the time, I'm so grateful for this experience, because when you get away from football is the best vehicle in life. Yes. I mean, we sitting here right now, honestly, because of a pigskin. For real. My pops say that all the time. It's do you take
everybody along with that pigskin some type of way?
It's a child's game with a king's ransom.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So to be able to experience it at the Mecca, like I am a football fan. Like what the West was back in the day, what Carol City was back in the day, what New Orleans was. Like, you talk about high school football at Miami, how you talk about this, saying like, you talk about what high school football has done in Miami, what it's done for the global game of football. I take extreme pride in that, man. I take an honor in that, even being here, man. So I ended up I went to Miami Shores Elementary first, I went to Hialeah Middle, then I went to Hialeah High School, right? Playing football, like I said, I played at Liberty City Warriors and the Hialeah Cougars, and it wasn't what it was back then. There used to be a weight, you feel me? So I was always playing older. Right. So I stopped playing football for 2 to 3 years, because I was always in the I was always in the trash suit. I was always in the heater. I was one of the kids with the Vaseline on there, you feel me?
Who put the ball in your hands? Like, it had to be your dad.
It was my pops. It was my pops. It's cool, because he got a framed note I wrote, I guess when I was like 3 or 4. And it's like, I guess I was trying to say I want to be a football player, and it says, I am football. You know what I mean? And it's cool, because what it's led to now, I'm a coach. I never wanted to coach, not once in my life. My pops is obviously a coach. My first memory of watching film, and this is no lie, my first memory of watching film was when we was about to play Miami Springs, and T.Y. Hilton was there, and it was Willis Wright, man-child. I'm maybe 8 years old, 9 years old. My pops is watching film, and I'm just like, obviously T.Y. Hilton, in my opinion, is one of the best players in Dade County history, and I was just such a fan. I'm like, Pops, every time T.Y. Hilton jogged to the ball, it's a pass. Yeah. Anytime it's a run, he walking. I'm like 8 years old saying this. I'm not watching on film, but like I laugh. I remember that clearly, and like 30 years later, I'm using that. 20 years later, obviously, I'm using that for tendencies and habits. As I'm watching, I'm like, God was maybe ordaining that, whether I realize it or not. Because my pops say it all the time. Like, I remember you were saying that, and I don't know what football was at the time in the sense of scheme and none of that. I was just like, every time he was about to get a pass, he jogged to it and like put his glove. Because I remember, you think I'm joking? They used to wear the cutted gloves. Yeah, they was the first one to drop. They had the maroon and the yellow cutted gloves. So I used to look at that kind of stuff, and I'm like, dang, anytime it's a run, they walk to the ball. Anytime it's a pass, they do it. So like, I just been around football my whole life. My pops was definitely the first one. I was doing ball drills. Like, I jokingly said I got the best hands of anybody out here. But like, I joke about it, but it's really because Miami is the city of receivers. Like, that's what it is. The best receivers of all time. You'll be disrespectful because you're gonna leave somebody out. For South Florida, what receivers do. So I've been around football forever, and being able to take it from Charles Hadley being in Pee Wees to take it all the way here. I couldn't even imagine it in my craziest dreams, because I honestly disliked football for a little bit because of the weight limit stuff. Like, I had to be in the bag. I had to be in 3 hoodies.
We're talking about that too, as far as the difference between what these kids these days had to go through versus our generation. Like, we had the weight limit, so a lot of kids had to jog around the park day of the game with the bag on, and they dehydrated, having to sit in a hot car.
Vaseline on, with the heater on, just to make weight. I'm weighing in my drawers.
In the drawers, with sometimes naked with the towel up.
Right. You don't even realize, though, like, I truly think that's why this generation gonna be better than us, in the sense of them kids are not getting reps playing football.
Yeah. Now they just cry about 60 days.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we would miss a game. Your shirt had to be inside out. You'd be sitting on the sideline because you was too big. Now these kids get to play multiple positions, but those are the guys who end up being the bigger backs, who end up playing multiple positions when they get older because you was able to play not just offensive line because you was big when you was a little kid. You know what I mean? So, I mean, that experience made me because I learned discipline at a young age. You know what I mean? I couldn't enjoy nuggets during the week. I had to weigh in on Saturday. You feel me? So that shaped me, but it's like, it made me play other sports. It made me play basketball. I was at this park called Miami-Dade Park in Hialeah, and I would be playing literally baseball, soccer, anything that wasn't in the season. Right. I say that to any kid now, man, football is important, but if you can play other sports, you learn how to take care of your body, you learn how to move your body, and if you learn how to, you know how to release on a receiver route, like you know how to do it in baseball and run from first base to second base and control your body and slide, whatever the case may be, you learn how to control your body. That's what you want if you want to be an elite athlete. So I mean, those experiences, obviously my pops put the ball in my hand first, but it was more so just playing sports, being an athlete, doing fun stuff, doing movement, doing all that kind of stuff. I'm never not doing sports. I don't think there was a time in my life I ever was not doing sports, but football just ended up being that love because everything around me was football. And I happened to be seeing people do it at the highest level. To see Corey Leach go to Illinois, go be a first rounder, go see Peacock, go to Central Michigan. He was there with AB. Yeah. He ended up having tremendous success going to see the CFL, seeing Corey Lemonnier leave Auburn, win a national championship with Cam Newton, see Calvin Smith, and see them boys like people that you was around every single day. Right. See them go to the next level, and then but seeing it from a long time, like Anthony Campbell, like Hialeah got a lot of people that went on to the next level to do it, and to be able to see it as a youngin, I knew it was possible to get out. Right. It just happened to be opportunity. What did it say? Exposure leads to expansion. Yes. The amount of exposure my pops allowed us to see, like we'd be in a minifan 13, 12 deep, just traveling around the schools of Florida. Feel me? Every year. You feel me? So you just get an experience and you start learning. So I mean, it led to me obviously playing football, getting back into high school, going to Hialeah. Played all 4 years. My freshman year I played JV. 10th, 11th, 12th I played basketball every year there. I mean, Hialeah was a great experience for me, man. I love that place, man. That place made me, man.
You played O-line your whole life? Like from the start of football?
Honestly, when I first played at the city, like my first 3 years of life, I was playing quarterback. Okay. Then I ended up playing center. I moved to Hialeah, started playing center. I played center probably my whole life. Because I was just always big. Because even when I was playing quarterback in Pee Wees, I was like a bigger person. I was like a bigger jit.
Mm-hmm. We need that footage.
You know what I'm saying? I got pictures and stuff too, like for real. And like, I am a good athlete to be such a big dude. Like I really am. You ask my homies and stuff, I joke about it, like, but a lot of people can't stick me. You feel me? And
I don't tell them about what I seen this morning on the basketball court.
No. I said stick me. I ain't saying nothing about basketball. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I say that to say like, it really has been, the experiences of playing offensive line has made me who I am. Because offensive line is a position nobody wants to play, but it's the best position in the world. Like, I love receiving more than anything, I really do. Yeah. But I know your O-line better be protecting for you to be able to have a blur opportunity. Like, if any receiver, running back, skill person is watching this, like, make sure your O-line respects you, love you, make sure you do whatever for them boys, because if you want to have a game where you go for 5, 6 touchdowns, your O-line got to be on point. If your team can mimic your offensive line, usually you got a good team because everybody else is doing it for themselves. Everybody else is doing it naturally for some stats. Yeah. If you do it, O-line, you literally protect it for everybody else. Yeah. So that's a mentality you got to maintain, and there's a physicality that you got to maintain, because the one thing football has always done, it's a physical game. It's a form of therapy. Yeah. It's a form of therapy, man. You get to go crash out on somebody. For real. And at no other time can you do that.
Legalize violence.
You know what I'm saying? And if you do it the right way, you can really take out a lot of anger, pain, whatever the case you may be going through. And it's a form of therapy. And I think that was probably the biggest thing I learned going into the college part, for sure.
Yeah, and I want to keep it on Hialeah for a second, because I was talking to one of my mutual friends, Dave, and he was kind of telling me about when he transferred over, because me and him went to the same private school, Woodshaven, and then he transferred over to Hialeah. Yeah. And he was saying, like, you know, he wanted to come play center, and for you, you was already there playing center, so that was your spot. So, but he's like, when he came in, the way that you opened your arms and received him and really taught him how to play the position of O-line in itself, he said he learned so much from you, and that it wasn't more so a competition thing that a usual person will come in like, hey, he's trying to take my position, hold on now, but you wasn't like that. You opened your arms up to him. So like, where did that come from? Like, cause you in high school, so it's like, we all, you know, are a little possessive over what we feel like we deserve. So like, where did that come from for you?
I don't know where it came from. Like Big Dave, that's twin. Like,
my God.
Like that's my brother for life. But like you talk about what offensive line does. Maybe it's because my pops was a coach and I've been around football my whole life. Your team is what make you good. You feel me? So even when Dave came, I knew he went. I don't remember clearly, but it's like I knew Dave was like that. I want to play next to that boy. I don't care if he got to play center, I got to play guard. I just want to play next to that boy because that boy violent and he want to go smoke something. So it's like anybody that line up, he want to smoke that boy. I'm like, I'm trying to play next to somebody like that, and just you know what I'm saying. And we had a coaching staff at that time when we was young boys with Coach Stubbs, my old boy obviously Coach Byrne. We had a staff that was able to like really get that fire out of us, right? So it's like I really wasn't worried about if he was taking my spot. I'm like, man, our O-line gonna be much better now that boy here. So it's like, maybe it's because I've been around teams my whole life and I was able to see like, okay, this team was missing this and they would have had a good team. This team was, because I always used to say, man, if this team had this DBs with this group of running backs, with that linebacker for them, them boys would have won state. You feel what I'm saying? Like, if you're making the perfect team. All these kids these days play ultimate team, but it's like, I've been around so much football my whole life. I'm not saying it's unhumbly. I kind of know what looks good, at least like looks good. But it's like, you know what looks good is a good team.
Yes.
So it's like, I never had a selfish bone in my body because football take 11 people. And if you beating me out, it clearly means you better for the team. I don't I'm competitive, but I'm not selfish in my competitiveness. If you play enough sports in this life, you know there's somebody better than you out there. I hope you're working every single day to go chase that boy.
That's it.
But if you are worried about what your coach trying you, I say this as a coach now, and this was something I had to learn through my experiences in college. I'm gonna tell you right now, no coach wakes up saying they are gonna make your life a living HELL. Like, I don't have a job if my O-line don't go out there and go to work. So I don't wake up. If you are not holding the standard and not doing your job, I'm gonna hold you accountable to that. And I think my pops did a tremendous job of doing it. I watched him do it like my pops was the old school style. Like, what y'all see on that year the bull, like, feel me? My old boy we laugh about it all the time because we like, you watch, my pops is still in high school football, you like, I had to duck after doing something like that. You know what I mean? Like, I had to make sure you weren't gonna hit us across the head but I say that to say like he built discipline and consistency so you learn like, you can live in the gray area, you can live in facts. If you do what you're supposed to do, I won't hit you upside your head. You hear me? If you do what you're supposed to do, I'm gonna congratulate you, I'm gonna chest bump you, I'm gonna be I think I try to attack this thing as a coach, not like how my pops did. I just happened to be blessed to be on a quote unquote bigger level. He was doing it in Miami, he was doing it on the biggest level. What are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's cool to now be replicating the things that he was doing because I wasn't even trying to do this. But now you see what God was doing.
Yeah.
You see what God was doing. So it's cool because that all started at Hialeah. When I was a JIT, when Corey and Paris, when they was in high school, I was 8 years old, 9 years old, doing 10 110s, 880s, 660s, 440s, 220s, 10 with them. Because I was trying to make weight for the practice that afternoon. So when I got to college in my junior, senior year, I was running with the tight ends and running backs. I'm like, dang, I used to get so hot at my old boy. I wanted to be at the park with the homies. I'm sitting here at 7 o'clock doing running. I'm like, I see why he did that. Because now, respectfully, ain't nobody on this planet going, like, if we were just competing, if we got to like run sprints, you ain't gonna outwork me. You might beat me in the sprints, but we gonna keep going until you can't keep going no more. Because when you come from where we come from, everybody's good. What separates yourself is the work ethic.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure. And that's what I'm saying. Playing center, like, how much do you think playing center has helped you in, your position right now as far as controlling a whole offensive line unit? And as far as you being a center, you was always the quarterback on the offensive line. And that's another thing that, he was telling me about how smart you was in high school and how advanced you was, and just figuring out schematics and everybody being where they're supposed to be and just commanding of the line. So like, how has that helped you as far as being a center and to being an offensive line coach?
I think it's translated almost perfectly because obviously as a center, like you said, you are the quarterback of the offensive line, but you got to also be in tune with the quarterback, what he want, but you also need to understand your communication determines what everybody's job gonna do. So if you're a good center, you hope to be able to help your guys in your communication. So that is just because my pops was a coach. I've been around football my whole life. So I don't know. My dad was a defensive coordinator forever. So like we used to joke about it all the time. You ask Dave, we used to be in practice like hot, like I have nothing I can do. My pops would say whatever you want, do whatever you want. I used to be 38 hot, like, you know what I mean? Because just the competitive nature. But that experience of playing center, of doing that, like being around Coach Stubbs early in my career, and every time we went to a camp, every time we was driving to these campuses, I was 9 years old just listening to what the best was saying. So I was just being a fly on the wall. So being able to come back and give it back to my teammates, being back to my players, like I got a lot of great offensive line influences that have happened over my life. is through my dad being a football person. My dad would go to these clinics and stuff. Like, it's cool. I got the opportunity to speak at the Glazier Clinic. I remember my old boy bringing back photos and stuff from the Glazier Clinic, just like notes from what he heard from Rich Rodriguez. And I'm like, at the time, I was just reading it because cool. It's my pops who I looked up to. He got some notes. I'm just reading it. It's coming up years later. Like, I was using it without even realizing I was using it. So center made all that happen. And you got to be composed, right? There's not a single football play that happens in life without the center starting it.
Yeah.
Every single one. So you learn to be composed, because if you don't, everything is a disaster. Y'all coach football. The first thing you be mad about is that the ball roll back, that ball high, that ball, you feel me?
It's a problem.
It's an issue. So you learn like you say, you just live in facts. There is a different level of calmness after you play center long enough of, I got to do my job and everything else gonna handle itself.
No, for sure.
So it's definitely helped with now leading to what it's done now to be offensive line coach here. I'm basically just trying to be a center for our guys, man. Get all these guys in the best position possible, put them in the best position to succeed, and lead them in a direction and let them do what God bless them to do.
Yeah, I mean, and then so for you went to a school like Hialeah. You went to Hialeah and you became one of the top offensive line in Florida at your senior year when you came out. So like, tell me, how did you get there from a school like Hialeah? Like you said, they have greats, but at that time they weren't pushing them out like that, especially at offensive line. So like, what did you have to do so differently to be noticed to get that, to get the offers that you got and just to end up where you went at Wake Forest? Like, how did you, like, I understand you said work ethic, but like what? Yeah, how did you do it, man? How did that?
I think the biggest thing was the experience to go to colleges, right? You understand you had to go to camps. At this time, like a lot of kids go to camps and don't want to compete. I was a 6'1" center.
You had to.
So every school is like, man, I love what I see on film, but I don't know if you can da-da-da. So I ended up with like 30-some offers, but that's because I went to like every camp. Like, but it was what I was already doing every summer with my pops. So I mean, being one of the top linemen in Florida was really like, I don't think Florida linemen get their respect because usually we not 6'5", 6'6". Usually some of the better linemen in the country, but a lot of times you undersized. But I say that to say now, being in this position as offensive line coach, I see why you can't have a whole room full of undersized guys. There are people on this earth that are 6'6", 330, and if I teach them and coach them right, they can do some special things. I said I was always gonna be a coach to have a bunch of guys like me, and it's like, all right.
You won't have a job.
You come in here, you come in here, you experience a player like Panay Sewell, you're like, I get a big dude to think like how I did being undersized. He played with technique. Oh, okay, he can do a lot of good things. You know what I mean? So it's like, that experience was good because I would go to camps, I would compete at the highest level. And that dog, when you talk about the chip on the shoulder, like it's corny, I mean, but it's just being a competitor. I felt like I was one of the better offensive lines in the country, and I wanted to go display that every week. And I wanted my school to be paid for. I watched a lot of people from Hialeah have scholarships. I wanted to be one of them to do it. So at that time, that's when NFTCs was happening. That's when you had the camps and all that. So you go to camps, you do a good job, a solid job of performing, man, and the rest handle itself. And at one point, it started to be after a certain, like, you know how the recruiting stuff go. After a few schools started to do it, a lot of schools started jumping on because they see somebody else is doing it. But I think it kind of happened for me because I kind of, sound cliche, I had to go take it for mine but I had the knowledge from my pops. He was a high school coach who was like, man, if you want it, and I had the competitive nature in me. Like, I ain't want nobody saying I got my offer because my old boy. I'm like, nah, I ain't get it because I'm gonna go show you why I got this offer. You know what I mean? So that ended up sparking. That was probably the biggest chip on my shoulder, saying I don't want nobody to think I got an offer because my old boy got me the offer.
And how did you come on to make the decision to go to Wake Forest? Like, how did that decision come?
It was kind of random, and at that time, like I said, I was like not fishing for offers, but I didn't. A lot of schools, like I went to camp there twice. They were showing me a lot of love. Other schools were like teetering on the line, like, man, we love you, but we got this guy, A ton of schools like showed up late at the end of something, like when signing day was coming back up again. When signing day was showing up, but Wake Forest was consistent in their communication. Wake Forest was consistent in wanting me. Coach Heimbach was the dude who was recruiting me at the time. I committed to Coach Grobe. He got fired during my recruitment. So I committed to 2 different coaches. So Dave Clawson came in, and I stayed committed to him. And then Nick Tobacco became the O-line coach, and those were the coaches I started my career with, and they ended up turning Wake Forest all the way around. So Wake was just an experience that when I got there, first time I went on campus, it almost felt like a Disney movie. Like where we from, none of the schools where we from got like a gate, like brick walls, and so when I got there, I'm like, I seen this on TV before. Like, this kind of hard. Okay, this is what a college look like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when you get there, this is a different experience, man. Obviously, you know what Tim Duncan and Chris Paul, you know what the basketball history is. And the football history was solid, but like I was short and I wanted to go to the NFL. Yeah. And that was like my only solid ACC offer. So I wanted to put myself in position. Like, I'm from the crib, I'm trying to go to that league. Yeah. I'm a short center. I want to play against them boys every week. And at that time, that's when the ACC was, Clemson was winning national championships, Florida State was winning national championships, and Louisville, all those D-lines had nothing. So I'm like, I'm gonna put myself in the best position, man. Wake Forest is a great academic school, but it's also a great school. I go against great competition. I want to go to the NFL. If it don't, I'm paying myself out and be solid and be good. Yeah. So ended up being a perfect situation, man, and ended up committing. Like I committed like random after like a Monday or Tuesday practice. I remember, never forget, I'm walking off the practice field. I was like, man, I'm going to Wake, bro. And I think I had like a bad practice that day. I'm like, I'm going to Wake, bro. And like, in reality, I probably was spooked that like maybe I'm getting fooled. Somebody gonna take my offer. You feel me? I'm like, man, I'm going to Wake. And it sure did end up being good, man. It was a spur of the moment decision, but it was that must have been God talking to me in some way, because it ended up being the best decision of my life, man. I didn't enjoy the first 2 years there, and I was playing as a true freshman, that kind of stuff, but it was more so the pressure of being from Miami, man. I was so worried about what the people back home were saying. I wasn't taking advantage of the things I needed to take advantage of, and when I did get back to that, man, it was the greatest experience of my life. Greatest experience of my life.
And tell me about, just that decision to leave Miami, man, because like that holds a lot of kids back, man. It's like that fear of leaving Miami, a fear of what's out there, the fear of the unknown. But it's like, tell me about not being afraid to jump and not being afraid to, follow your decisions. And
I think if you want to grow, you got to get uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. And the best thing anybody can do is get away from their family for a little bit. I'm not saying staying home for school isn't a good thing. Like, it's a good thing. But I bet if you leave and go further, you got to put yourself in a position to get more uncomfortable than you ever been. Yeah. And you can't rely or depend on your family to get you out of stuff. So I'm so thankful for it. Like, right now, this is the most extreme I've ever been far away. But like, I wanted to go to the U. Yeah. My pops was a Dade County public school teacher. We had free tickets every week to the U games at the Orange Bowl every week. I went to every UM home game for as long as I can remember. My old boy got him free every Wednesday. He just had to put his name in at the school district, and we got free tickets, if you know. Yeah. So, Sean Taylor, I still got Sean Taylor in the background on my phone. That's my favorite player of all time. Yeah. So I'm a U fan. I went to 3 days of UM camp. One O-line MVP at the UM camp at the time, and I just didn't get the offer. So like, I wanted to stay home for school. I really did, but I was just too short. The timing wasn't the right timing, whatever the case may be. Florida ended up doing some stuff for me late at the end. I wanted to stay home, but I'm so glad I didn't, because I always thought about, I'll leave home for school if necessary, but I want to stay home and play for the boys that's at the crib. But leaving was everything I needed to do. I needed, because it showed me everybody from Miami needs to leave Miami to realize our uniqueness of our culture allows us to be different everywhere we go. Yeah. We can be in any environment and thrive, and you'll realize your culture will be the one they kind of mimic, if that makes sense. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? It's like, anybody that's been to college, you'll realize they'll start using our lingo, they'll start saying what we say, they start talking like how we talk. And it's a cool experience, because it make you vulnerable. I think everybody from Miami think we not that we run the world, but we just confident people. We just think it's our way. Miami. Yeah, it's our way or the only way. Yes. And when you kind of make yourself susceptible to other people's stuff, you realize like, dang, there's other ways to live life. Like this. And if we put our ways kind of like how they do things, or we learn how to impact it or do things how they do, it's like we might be able to benefit a little bit more than even they benefiting from it. You know what I mean? So it's like that experience to go to Wake Forest and be around a predominantly white institution, respectfully, like it wasn't a lot of minorities there, and to be able to have to shift my dynamic, because once again, you from Miami, you're gonna be yourself. You know, that was the conversation we had. We speaking so much lingo and so much, you gotta fix that and it's called being professional. Yeah. You know what I mean? If you want to open doors that you ain't never opened before, you gotta be professional, because somebody's willing to do something for you. But that was something that Wake Forest taught me. That was the experience of being there. The first 2 years I didn't like it, but the 4 years there, the experiences there, I think created all these blessings, man, whether I realize it or not.
No, for sure, man. Definitely that. Wake Forest was a time, man. Like I said, when you got there, like you said, the coaching staff changed around, but like coaches can't do much, but the players are the ones that play. So you guys, man, talk about that family environment that you built at Wake, and how you guys was able to, go to them bowl games, win them bowl games, man. Like, tell me how that was, man.
It's cool, because if you get the experience, I hope whoever watches, I hope whatever college you go to, there ain't no coaching changes, but that's probably not likely. It's probably gonna happen. But I say that to say when a coach comes in, they're usually coming in refreshing the culture. So that's the hardest they're gonna be. That's usually a lot of guys leaving and transferring at the time. So we had to withstand that being the freshman class. Our first 2 years there, we went 3-9 and 3-9. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, dang, how are we gonna do this? But it was staying true to the grind, staying true to the culture, staying true to the commitment to each other, and you end up winning. We ended up winning 2 bowl games our last 2 years there, and Wake Forest ended up going on a 7 bowl game run. And it's like our head coach, Dave Clawson, was just so thankful for our class, but it was like, if it wasn't for him setting that standard, we wouldn't have known. Yeah. And honestly, he was so tough on us the first few years. We were so close as a team because we really didn't enjoy the process, if we're being for real. Yeah. Like, we were truly committed to his plan because it was clear he was a good coach. Yeah. But he was like, it was a grinder, so you became so much closer as a team because you like, man, I don't know how I'm finna get through this. Yeah. And then to see the light at the end of the tunnel, man, and be able to be a part of a program that completely turned it, ended up getting new facilities, ended up, like, as a player who put blood, sweat, and tears in, I take a lot of pride in that, man. I'm proud of that because obviously we had some say-so in it, but obviously the culture we helped set was obviously enough where better players are coming there now and even doing more with what we did, man. So yes, I'm at a different place, yes, I'm on the other side of the country, but a place you shed blood, sweat, and tears for, you always gonna be for life, man. Like, Wake Forest is playing Oregon State this weekend. So, like, they staying in Eugene. Okay. I got a Wake Forest helmet in my office right now for the first time in a long time because they dropped one off. Like, that's dope, right? That's fam, you feel me? That's fam, that's dope, as dope as ever. So it's like, that experience was so dope because the Carolinas one was a great place. Man, people from Miami got to go explore. Yeah. Because when you do, man, you realize, man, our places, there ain't nothing like our place. Yeah. But man, there's other places that's just as cool. Because like, this place right here, people laugh at me because my family, it's far. It is what it is. But now every time my family come out here, it's like my favorite place in the world is Oregon. Yeah, you come off here, you get off that plane, it's like, air tastes different. Yeah, it's different. It's different. It's different. The problem
I have is how they drive.
And
they just do the speed limit.
Yeah, so like in Miami, so like I'm spoiled. It take me 6 minutes to get to work.
Yeah.
Man, I get to Miami, I get off the I. I'm like, why it take 45 minutes to get from 103rd to 125th? Yeah. I'm like, come on, man, I'm just trying to.
You 2 or 3 minutes from everything.
Everything, man. So you get annoyed with all the people, man. But these are the small town in Eugene. I learned that at Wake. It was a small town in Winston-Salem. So places like that, you get to focus on the grind, not worried about BSing. Yeah. Yes, you want to have some fun, man, but college is only a short amount of time. Yeah. It's 3 to 5 years. Yeah. That's a short amount of time. Place like this, sacrifice for the right time, man. You'll change your life for the next 30 to 50.
For sure. And I mean, at Wake Forest, that was when you suffered a bunch of concussions, if I'm not mistaken, and that one day you had to have a talk with the doctors, and they told you that you had to make a decision on if you wanted to continue playing football or you wanted to call it quits right there. Yeah. So tell me about that mentally when you was going through that. Like, talk me to that.
That was probably the hardest time of my life, because think about since we was like young, when we was playing, literally when my helmet was yellow, when my helmet was orange, I remember going home and like, how many scratches I got on my helmet. That was like, yo, badge of honor. I'm trying to see how many scratches. So like, there was so many times that, especially as a smaller center, I was thinking my way of going to work every day is hitting somebody with that head. Yeah. Man, so to get to Wake, and my freshman year I'm starting, I end that season with a concussion. I'm a true freshman, I'm playing a whole bunch of games. I get a concussion to end that year. And through that time, I ended up having like 4 or 5 concussions throughout that span. And I probably had even more because there was stuff there was times I don't remember, you feel me? Right, yeah. And I mean, football's a violent game, but when it got to my senior year, I'm like, this is the best shape I've been in. I'm back playing good, I'm running all this kind of stuff. And I just have 2 concussions back to back in my senior camp. At this point, I'm a captain on the team now. I had a great spring, you feel me? The team voted me captain, you feel me? I'm feeling good. And for the game to get taken away from me like that, and the doctor's got to do what's best for obviously the institution. You feel me? You can't just be out here just constantly doing stuff like that. So to be in that situation and feel like I think the biggest letdown for me was I really wanted to go to the NFL. Yeah. And all you know is football. Yeah. My pops is a coach. Everybody I consider family done been at least to the NFL, this, that, and the third. It's like, damn, I'm finna be a letdown. And then you have no control of when your playing days are over. Yeah.
You know it gotta end.
We all know your days is gonna end, yeah. But we all think we gonna go out like, it's the closest our terms as you possibly can. You know what I'm saying? So to not even get a chance to be able to do a pro day and all that kind of stuff, it hurt me so much because that's the hardest time of my life I've been in the sense of, I didn't know, I always had sports. So even when times was hard, I always had sports. It wasn't that bad because we had sports. Yeah. So that was the first time I was away from my family. It's my senior year of college. I don't know what I'm gonna do now. And I'm thinking to myself, damn, I don't got football. What am I gonna do in my life? Yeah. And that's why I learned like football is a form of therapy, because now at this point, I'm the angriest I've been in a very long time. Like I'm in my room, I'm much more agitated than I've ever been. I'm like,
practice.
And I'm not realizing why. And I realize I'm like, dang, every day for the last 10 years of my life, I was hitting somebody at some point every day. Obviously, majority of the time of the year. And it's like, dang, you don't have that therapy no more, man. I'm not doing what I love to do. And I thank my coach, my O-line coach at the time, Nick Tobacco, because he was like, man, if you're not gonna be around, you're a captain on this team, man, come be a student coach. Yeah. Like, kind of like what Dave was saying, like, it's cool to even hear that from Dave's perspective, because I guess I've always been held to that regard by my peers. Yeah. He's like, man, you should just coach, whatever the case may be. And it ended up being my best year and favorite year around football. Yeah. So I ended up coaching my senior year. And I think the only reason I'm in this position right now is because I learned how to coach basically my best friends. Yeah. And we know, like, when your homies teach you something, you be like, bro, shut up. Yeah. Right. Well, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to hear that, man. I hear all that you talking about, but shut up. Yeah. So you learn how to teach your best friends, and they start coming back for more, whatever the case may be. Like, it's actually cool. Bruh couldn't do that on Friday, and it's Tuesday. He fired it now. It's like, damn, okay, I can help. Yeah. And you go through your last year, then we had one of our best years at Wake. We finished it off winning the Belk Bowl, beat Texas A&M, beat the SEC team, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, maybe this is what I want to do. But then I was like, you know what? I'm not going to jump straight into football. I've been doing football my whole life. Let me go work a real job.
And that's when you went and did the Orange Bowl committee.
And worked for the Orange Bowl committee. And that was probably the most humbling 8-9 months of my life, because I was back at the crib. I was living on my old boy couch. I was staying with my homie on my homies' couches, like making $450 a month. Sheesh. And it was like the greatest experience ever. I love John Moss, Miss Ash Foster. I was working for her. Like, I had some great people. I was working sponsorships and partnerships. So I was still in football, but I worked the business side. Right. Now, let me see what the business side is about. And there's no disrespect to that, but it's like, if you're gonna work them hours and still be grinding 9 to 5 and having days you gotta work harder, I'd rather be doing football. If you're gonna be working that hard, because you're working 9 to 5 and you don't realize, you get off at 5, you sit in traffic for an hour and a half, get home at 8, fix whatever you got to fix, be to sleep at 10, and get up at 6 and do it all over again. So if that's what you're gonna do, you see why people get miserable. I was like, I'd rather hopefully get back into football and do what I love. And I sleep in my office. I got a comforter in my office. I got no issue. When I was a GA here, I would sleep in the GA office. So it's like, the experience of the Orange Bowl helped me though, because I appreciated, I learned the business side of this. I learned how to do PowerPoint in a way to do presentations for a company. Use them same techniques how I do presentations for my players. Because you learn what attracts the eye. You will learn what keeps attention. You will learn, it's different experiences, whether we realize or not, that impact the results, you feel me? So that experience was really cool, because that Orange Bowl I was around some great people, learned some great things, and it just happened to be at the end of that year. My O-line coach was like, man, we're gonna have a G opportunity to come back and be an analyst for a little bit.
Yeah, you're the quality control.
Yeah, Sirski. So I got back, I went to Wake. So as soon as that year was over, I went back to Wake for probably like a month and a half, 2 months, February, March. And then Coach Mirabal and Coach Cristobal was here. So that's how the connection got from here, from Miami to Oregon. Because Cristobal was at Bama when I was in high school, and Mirabal was at Marshall. And they was both recruiting me at the time. Always had high regards for Cristobal and Mirabal, because even when people before me was getting recruited, they was always coming to Hialeah to recruit. When he was at FIU, T.Y. went to FIU, he went to Springs. You know, Hialeah and Springs is a rivalry. Yeah. So Cristobal had no issues coming into Hialeah to come holler at my old boy. So I had that relationship already, and he was so honest with me in my recruitment. When he was at Bama, he was recruiting 3 centers. He's like, if these other 2 commit, I can't offer you. Yeah. They committed, he let me know. He was very transparent, so I always held him in high regards. And Coach Mirabal, when he was at Marshall, I was gonna play for him. I was ready to commit to him. I just didn't do it because I wanted to go to the ACC. Yeah. So full circle, obviously that relationship built itself well enough that when the opportunity came open here, he was like, yeah man, come GA. Came, interviewed, and my interview was hosting one of the recruits, TJ Bass at the time. Ended up being a great deal and ended up being a GA here. And it's like, who would have imagined this?
That's what I'm saying, man. You gotta tell me, because like you said, you was just working for the Orange Bowl committee, then you went to go be a quality control coach at Wake Forest. But then you got the call to be a GA at the Oregon. Like, what was that, like, mindset-wise? Like, where would take me through that? Like,
it was almost like literally breathtaking in the sense of it seemed fake. And shout out BGA, Brian Gross Armiento, man. This is one of my roommates. He actually went to American Heritage. He's a South Florida boy. He went to Rutgers first, then went to Wake Forest with us. It's like my man, it's like my brother, man, for life. He was in the coaching world. I'm at work one day. He like, hey, man, on the football scoop, they say Oregon GA job open. I'm like, real? All right, let me see something. So when I finished playing at Wake, I wanted to get into coaching. I tried to hit up Coach Cristobal at the time, but he was the O-line coach. He didn't answer. He was busy. But I thank God like that the timing of that was right. A year later, he got a head coaching job. Mirabal became the O-line coach. They needed an O-line GA. That's when O-line GA came open. So my BJ like, don't you know Mirabal? They say Oregon got a GA job. So I immediately called one of my mentors, Charles Bentley, who does old NFL O-line training. I'm like, I know Oregon got some of your because he does O-line equipment, O-line training, and all that kind of stuff. And Oregon had invested in some of his equipment. I'm like, man, I know Oregon got some of your equipment, man. If you don't mind putting in a word, I know them. Just let them know I'm for real, but they only know me as a player. I had dreads in my head. I don't know if them boys think I'm serious. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm like, all right, bet. I get a call from Mirabal maybe 30 minutes later. It's like, he's like, man, LaCharles called, you serious? I'm like, man, I'm serious, man. I'm trying to get into coaching. Because you know my pop's like, all right, man, if you're trying to get into coaching, let's set up an interview, da-da-da. So I came out here for an interview. And that's why I told you I hosted TJ Bass. He's still playing for the Cowboys right now. And he ended up coming here, did a good job on it, man. And I'm so thankful because everything is timing. I think I'm one of the youngest O-line coaches in the country, definitely the youngest in Power 5, like at a place like this. But like, if it wasn't for that 2019 Oregon offensive line, I don't know if I'm here. If it wasn't for Herbert deciding to come back and taking that team to a Rose Bowl, I don't know if I'm here. I mean, so it's like, I could say, yeah, I did all this, all that, but timing is everything. Timing is everything. So to be able to have that experience and be able to, I don't know what made it that time, because I was at Wake Forest happy, but the blessing. Wake Forest makes you wait at that time. Coach Clausen was making you wait a year to then be a GA. Coach Mirabal was like, I'm ready to make you a GA right now. What you waiting on? Yeah. And let's do it. And at the time, I understand what Coach Clausen was saying. He's like, you got to train to be a GA. Yeah. But Mirabal was like, that's what a GA is. Yeah, you training the coach. That's what you training to do. You know what I mean? So it's like, once again, I'm so thankful for that because Coach Mirabal, Alex Mirabal, the O-line coach at Miami, is like a true mentor of mine. Like, that's what some people call big homie. That's a mentor. That's unc, whatever you want to call him. Man, he's been that for me, man, because he's provided me this opportunity. And even when this place called me back to be the offensive line coach, he gave me the confidence to sleep good at night because he was like, "This not a tryout. Yeah. They wouldn't have hired you to figure out if you can do it. Yeah. They hired you because they figured you can do it. It's like this is Oregon. You feel me? This ain't no tryout. So don't be fearful." And I heard that, I'm like, okay. Yeah, I know what time it is. We good to go. I can go handle that. So I mean, it's cool because, like I told y'all, man, DeAnthony Thomas was the background on my phone. Yeah. I remember being on Facebook emailing Steve Greatwood, like, man, I'm Malik Terry, I'm 6'1", 305-pound center, hoping I can get to Oregon and work out at camp or hopefully earn the offer, man. So to now be able to shake Steve Greatwood's hand because he's an Oregon legend offensive line coach and say, I'm trying to maintain the standard y'all created here, man. That's God. That's God. That's God.
And now that you got the job, how do it feel to walk in the lobby and see a trophy that you work hard for?
It's surreal. And it's like, that's why those rings sitting on my desk. So every morning when I walk here, 4:55 to 5:05, when them lights turn on, the first thing I should be seeing is the rings looking at me. Yeah. And it's like, that's the reason why you do it. Mm-hmm. And it's weird, like tomorrow's gonna be cool because I can't put on pads no more. But the competitor in me, the Miami in me, like, I get juiced. I get hyped. Like, there is something passionate about, they prepped all week, we prepped all week. Who about to get down, like, for real? Yeah. Like, at the end of the day, who about to get down for real? Because you can talk what you want on the internet, you can say what you want about this team. People can project, the people who make projections and bet on the bookies don't know what it feels like to get physical, for real. Yeah. So, and I mean that, like, when it's time to turn that switch on, it's time to turn that switch on. And I still have that switch and I don't even play no more. Like, because respectfully, I see my guys sacrifice their Saturdays. Yeah. I see my guys not always be able to go out. I see my guys being here 5 a.m., 6 a.m. I see my guys having to go to class, and I don't see the sacrifices they made. So, like, who am I to, like, belittle their stuff? Like, I better be coming to work prepared, ready to have them boys ready to go. Because if I don't, like, excuse me, I'm green as, you feel me? I'm green. Yeah. Them boys on scholarship to come here. Them boys are wishing and hoping their coach is going to pour into them every single day. And I hope I do so enough that when it's time to go play on Saturdays, anything that's not in green and yellow, we ready to go do something to them.
Right.
We're not ready to go do something to them. So I mean, that seeing those rings every day and then coming in and seeing our players, that's the most joy I get in this, man. Because when you start, the higher up you get in coaching, the more the prep comes so serious, the meeting becomes so serious, all that becomes so serious. Seeing your players is like a breath of fresh air.
That's who you pour into.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you see your boy, like I'm juiced on the field every single time.
I was gonna ask you that.
Every single time.
You get just as fired up as they do.
Every single time, man. If you see me on the field, I'm sprinting all practice, game day. Y'all will get experience it tomorrow. Like a lot of times, I don't remember.
So you blank out.
It's because it's just fun, man. It's just fun. It's just fun. It's like it's a child's game, and to be playing it at the highest level. One, it's the appreciation, like also seeing those rings, but also saying like, I'm young, respectfully, I'm a young African-American offensive line coach. There's a lot of people in this country, one, who don't want to see me in this position and or feel like they'll do better in this position. I don't know if they really are. That's the chip on my shoulder.
But you got it.
You know what I'm saying? So it's the chip on my shoulder of maintain the standard, create the standard, elevate the standard. You know what I'm saying? So it's like this place has had elite offensive line play way before I got here. I would like to be the reason that continues, not the opposite.
Yeah. And I wanted to talk about you going over to Hawaii as well to get that head offensive line role there, because that was your first head offensive line position that you was able to get. So tell me about that experience and just that, how did that come about and the decision to go to Hawaii?
The greatest, probably my favorite place of all time is Hawaii. Obviously, that place is amazing. Like, it's one of none. Like the places, the people we know, like from Haiti, from Jamaica, all that. Right. Hawaii is that on that side of the world. Right. Like just great humans, phenomenal humans. It was such a great experience. I got the opportunity. It was my first job, and how it happened was actually I interviewed for Billy Napier at Louisiana Lafayette at the time, and he was like, "Man, I want to hire you, but you might be too young." I was 24 at the time. I think he's like, "I think for my room, you might be too young." So it happened to be God once again. Todd Graham is at Hawaii. Him and Napier have a relationship. They talking about a corner, and Todd was like, "I just happened to ask him like, hey, do you know of an O-line guy?" And Billy was like, "Man, I actually just interviewed a guy who was pretty good, but I think he might be too young." So Todd was like, "All right, let me interview him." Interviewed him a week later. I got the job at Hawaii, and it was like, I was so shocked because I was the GA here. I was the graduate assistant here, and thinking, once again, I was gonna be here for another year, and then somebody's gonna give me a job, and it ended up being that job. And Hawaii was probably my favorite year of coaching football was at Hawaii, man, because you be at a place like this, it makes you appreciate resources, because Hawaii doesn't have the most committed resources program. Like there's things that they could do more, but it's a hard place to get resources to and all that kind of stuff, and there's reasons for it. But the kids love football. The kids love the island. The people love the football program, and to hold the honor to be around those kids whose families hold so much pride into that. What the Polynesian culture it means just in general, to be so open, like for them to be so open-armed, and like I have players here that I recruited there and or built relationships there that we family for life, right? I went to see, went on the road to recruiting guys that I coached are now coaching on the island, and to see them and hug them, tell them I love them, it's like, that's real. Because like they don't know it, that was my first real job. So I was trying my best in everything. I happened to be on the island of Hawaii, living good, right? And the situation wasn't the greatest, obviously. There were some things that happened and it didn't pan out the best for things outside of my control, but it was still a great experience, man, because I got guys that I have family with forever. We got 2 guys in the CFL, 1 guy right now still in the NFL. Like, man, we got guys who are coaching. It's cool. My guy Koa, who was my offensive line GA there, is the assistant quarterback coach here. Okay. He played at Oregon though. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's just how the connections happen. Like Cole, everything. Cole Laval's playing for the Jets. Got Micah Vanderpool playing in the CFL. M. Manning playing in the CFL. It's like, at a place like Hawaii, man, there was some players there too. And that experience made everything, because it helped me learn how to truly bring together a family of guys who really love it just for the pure love of football. They ain't have the fancy leather seats. They ain't have all the crazy loops. They ain't have all the crazy dripping uniforms. They was doing it for the love of the game and the love of each other. So to bring that, and to be blessed to be the office, get the opportunity to come back here after experiencing Hawaii, it makes you tell your players, like, don't you ever take this for granted.
Yeah, I heard you say that the other day as we walked through, like, it's an embarrassment of riches. So by you having all those different experiences, that's why you feel that way. Like, I know what goes on at other programs, and what you have here, like, You can't
mimic. You can't.
can't mimic. You can't mimic.
Y'all know where we from.
Yeah.
Gotta be appreciative.
You make the most out of anything.
Anything.
Let alone you go to a place like where we, places that it's a struggle where we from.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Hawaii, like the beans is the beans.
Yeah.
In Hawaii, they got a place called KPT.
It's like the bean.
It's the beans even beaner. Like, you feel me? Like it's treacherous. And I say that to say, like, in Miami, there's issues everywhere. But I'm saying that to say, like, when you come to a place like this, man, you should have appreciation for, like, dang, somebody gonna wash my clothes every day for me.
Yeah.
Because in Hawaii, boys might get they loops washed. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, they get their loops washed, but it wouldn't be 3 loops waiting for you, like how it is here. So that's why now as a coach, I get more not disrespectful, but like I will get in a disrespectful tone when you disrespect the trainers, when you disrespect the tutors, when you disrespect the teachers. You got free resources. You want to abuse them because you feel like you all that. You gotta be known about yourself. You gotta be told about yourself, man, because this thing is bigger than you. And those experiences have allowed that to me, like, to have appreciation for it, for real.
So how did the Minnesota job come about?
That was God again. So I'm a GA here. It's God though, because think about this. I'm a GA here, and that's why I say bless so much. I'm a GA here. One of my teammates that I played with, Stevie Donatel, is the graduate assistant at Stanford. So we see each other every year because we in the Pac-12. His old boy is the defensive coordinator, Ed Donatel, for, at the time, was with the Broncos, I believe, just got the job with the Vikings. I come back here, so I don't know Coach Landon from a can of paint. The players spoke on my behalf when Coach Landon got here after Cristobal left. Coach Landon got hired. The players spoke on my behalf. Some interviews happened. He's like, man, I'm gonna bring you back. I'm gonna bring you on the staff. He brings you back as a full-time analyst. I'm here as a month. Ed Donatel is with the Vikings. He called me on FaceTime, and I see a FaceTime and say Donatel. I'm like, I'm gonna answer because I know Donatel, but like, why is it? And he calls me, I answer like, hello. He's like, this is Ed Donatel. He explained his situation. He's like, defensive coordinator. I'm like, Mr. Donatel, I know who you are. Like, I never met you because you was always coaching when me and your son was playing together at Wake Forest. So I never met you, but I know who you are, obviously. He's like, oh, no, good. He's like, what if I wanted you to come be the assistant defensive line coach here at the Vikings? I'm like, huh? I want to be the assistant. I'm like, cause I'm an O-line guy. He's like, no, exactly. So at the time, it was cool because Kevin O'Connell was becoming the head coach. He came from the McVay family, and that family is big on making assistant coaches be other side of the ball. Right. D-line assistant coach be an offensive line guy. A receiver assistant coach be a DB guy. So that way you train your coaches well enough. So they just happened to ask like, hey, Steve, do you know somebody who could possibly do it? He's like, yeah, I mean, my old teammate in the league is at Oregon O-line GA. Maybe he's one. He's da-da. Ended up being a good fit. So I interview, actually it's cool. I interview here in one of our NFL rooms. I do it on my Zoom, and I got the job. So I was the assistant D-line coach, and I didn't want to do it because as an African-American offensive line coach, like as a black O-line coach, at the time, I remember when I was a GA, there was only 9 in the country of 130 plus FBS schools. So I didn't want to take
Crazy.
I didn't want to take an assistant D-line coach job and they be like, oh, he did that because he can't handle what the complexity of what offensive line is. Yes, it's complex, but it doesn't mean that we don't need an opportunity at doing so. So I didn't want to do it, but Ed Donatel was like, man, forget being an O-line coach, you want to be a head coach. I'm like, man, that's cool to think about it. I never thought about it like that. I don't want to be, but you're right. I should, as an offensive line guy, I want to be able to know what everybody's doing.
Yeah, right.
So it was the greatest experience ever, man. I was able to be the assistant D-line coach under Chris Rump, who was a D-line coach, long time success, been at Bama, been at Clemson. He done been around D1s, and to be able to learn under him and be in a room with some great humans, that team was phenomenal. Yeah. I mean, that team was phenomenal. Honestly, a team that before the year, they didn't even have us like being third in the division, and we ended up winning the division. Yeah. And that was cool as ever, like being in a room with Dalvin Tomlinson, Harrison, Phillips, like guys who just were football junkies, Ty, like Big Jay Lynch, like guys who were committed to the process. It made me realize, I say all the time, like I was blessed to be amongst the 1% every day. Yeah. So you see the 1% work like junkies, most kids think it just happened. When you get an opportunity to see Jay Jettis, you get an opportunity to see Foe, you get to see how like the great one's great because they practice every day. The great one's great because they strain every day. The great one's great because there's a process about how they do things. Once again, like I'm thankful for those experiences because it helped me dictate how I was going to lead these guys. I didn't know I was going to end up being back here, but I know I use things now I learned in that experience in Minnesota, things I learned in Hawaii. And it was dope, man. We went to Minnesota. That's one of the greatest NFL experiences. And this place is like, Minnesota is like this place of the NFL in the sense of it ain't a lot of stuff to do in Minnesota. Yeah. So they invest in their facilities. Yeah. So a player want to resign because they take care of their resources. They got a lot of resources. So it's cool to be a part of two organizations that's almost like one and the same in that regard.
Yeah, and I was going to ask you, how did you use that experience from being an assistant D-line coach at Minnesota to getting this job here at Oregon, being a head offensive line coach? Like, you know what the defense wants to do, what the D-line wants to do, and what their objective is. So now you're kind of combating that on the offensive line side. Like, how are you able to use that to, you know, strengthen your knowledge of the game? And
I think it helped benefit our players because it made me realize, one, put some more respect on defensive linemen. You know, everybody to say D-line is see ball, go get ball. Yeah. But like the higher level you get, there's more complexity of what gap are you playing? What's the call? Do you have to contain at this point? Do you want to have this? What techniques do you want to use? So learning the nuances of it, when you watching film, you can start to see like, okay, I know what technique he's trying to use. I know this is going to happen when this happens. And I'm not always right because just like how we feel like that may be happening, they may have a rule of why they're doing that this week. Yeah. And the next week, that might not be the rule. Yeah. But you can start to see things and saying, okay, this is a clear tendency. When this happens, they're looking to do this, and or they're looking to do this. So I'm gonna still coach offensive line the way I coach offensive line, but I now know to be able to tailor certain things of, he's doing that because this could potentially happen. Everything in football is an educated guess. Yeah. You could be almost guaranteed it's happening, but you still guess it because if a good player could be baiting you into thinking that's gonna happen to do something else. Yeah. It's a game of chess within it. So like the players, my job as a coach is to slow the game down so they can win the chess within the game. Like the game within the game, he leaning right now. I know he's about to be an inside move. Yeah. Okay, he hiding that, but that safety behind you ain't blitz all game and he's showing me that he about to blitz right now. Yeah. You doing a good job of hiding it. He's not alert out. You know what I'm saying? So being able to slow the game down for those guys and give them that knowledge of what does this mean? What does that mean? Getting that experience from the defensive line and now bringing the offensive line, you got young guys who learn the game a little bit faster because I'm able to tell them not just the why for us, but you really want to use that because that guy is taught to do this. What's going to help better protect you so you're safer versus if he does that and or if he does it and plays it the normal way. So I mean, it's just like my job as a coach is to give these guys a tool belt and they may use whatever tool whenever necessary. You may not use it for 7 weeks, but you might use it in week 8.
For sure, man. And then just tell me about, you know, we done went through the whole timeline of Elite Terry as far as, you know, your playing career and then coaching career. Now we're at this current stage of being a head offensive line coach here at Oregon. So just tell me about, you know, like your experience here in that role, and just everything you learned and just, you know, the appreciation for it and just the full circle moment, you know, just being here from when you've been here, being able to accomplish what you accomplished here, man, coaching these guys, and just, you know, just your full experience here being in that position, man.
I'm forever grateful because when I left here as a GA the first time, I wrote, if Oregon ever hired me back in a full-time capacity, I was gonna come back. I remember being a GA, being in Coach Mirabel's office and I'm making Snapchats, man, one day this is gonna be my office. I remember writing down everybody's salary at the time, trying to figure out the average. I'm going on every 130 offense, every college directory. You don't play. I'm looking to see, I'm going to their pictures to see who African American or not. You feel me? I'm trying to go see the salaries. Whoever school is a public forum, and I know I can go see their salary. I'm trying to go see that because I'm trying to, if you want something, you got to go manifest it. You know what I mean? So it's like to be able to now be in this seat when I remember being in these same walls, searching for that. So now to be in my dream job and be at it much earlier than I anticipated, like you said, this is respect and I'm so thankful for it, man. But going on year 3 here, I'm so thankful to be a part of an organization like that Coach Lannon's built. Like to be an offensive line coach, to be around a dude that's a defensive guy like that, it forced me to get uncomfortable. Offensive coaches, whether we say it or not, I'm gonna say, nah, that won't happen. Just so we feel good about our play. Against him, he gonna bring everything. So we've done an elite job on offense here. Right, Coach Stein, Will Stein, our OC, he got Miami connects too. Like he was the quarterback at Louisville. Okay. He was the quarterback at Louisville before Teddy. Like him and Teddy was in the same QB room. Okay. So he know everybody. Like, you know what I mean? So shout out Trill Will, but we call him the Wizard because he's the best offensive coordinator in the country. So to be able to be here at a time with great people, let alone great players, and being able to be here before they were even here. So I've seen what it looked like. We had success here. And for them to come and then bring a whole new fresh environment and us to have even more success than that, it's so dope to be a part of, man, because I know the sacrifices that people in not only this community make, but this state make for the University of Oregon. Like this place is like, y'all gonna feel it tomorrow.
Yeah, we excited to see
This place is committed to the Ducks, man, and I hope and pray, I wanna be here long term. Like we have a head man who goes about it and says it out loud, like he want his kids to graduate from here. I want a kid from Miami to trust, like I ain't going nowhere. I want y'all boys to, what Louisville did almost a decade ago now, and them boys went 7, 8 deep, and well, look what that pipeline has done now for them, even still to this day. I would love for to do it. Like what y'all seeing right now, I want guys to not fear that long flight, to realize it'll be worth it in the long run. And I am a testament to that, to say like, I am away from my family, but the ultimate resources that are being committed to helping our players, I love every day of it. I love every day of it. And I mean, I'm extremely blessed, dog. Because it's a child's game with a king's ransom, but I happen to be at one of the best places in the world doing it.
No, definitely that.
When Kevin told me last night, like, oh, no, they don't got nobody from Miami on their roster. I'm like, what?
Nah. So, I call it Flosco. We got a few Florida boys. Zaire Addison, left tackle from Tampa.
Shout out to Tampa.
Shout out Tampa. Right, we got Gavin Nix, linebacker, went to IMG.
Oh, shout out to Gavin Nix.
Yeah, G Nix, the IMG.
That's my guy, little brother.
So we got 2 Floscos. I hope I ain't disrespect nobody else. We might have somebody who got some ties for me, but like true, actual Florida babies.
No 305,
we call them no true bottom boys. No bottom boys yet.
How'd that happen? Like,
we've been real close on a few bottom boys. We've been real close on a few bottom boys,
so
but
what you think it's going to take to actually get them out here?
A few coming together. Why do I say that? If you do just one, and y'all will see it and realize a lot of people negatively recruit us more than anybody else.
Yeah.
So if you by yourself, it's easy to get influenced by like, yeah, man, that coach is right. That place is far. Why would I go that far? Yeah. If you come and you got a group of people that are like, man, really think about it. It's the best opportunity for us to go maximize on this blessing. Seriously. Let's go do it. We go do this for 3 to 5 years, because the thing is, it's not bad. It's really a fun place. It's a calm place. It's not a lot of distractions. Right. If you're looking for a place where you're trying to go to the club every night, this ain't it. This ain't it. But if you want to do that respectfully, I don't want to be coaching you, or I want you to have fun. You're in college. Yeah. But if you want to party every night, I want people who want to win. Yeah. We're going to spend a lot of time together, sacrificing a lot of time. I hope you want to win. Hope you want to win.
And that brings me to, where we at right now. Like, what's your excitement for this season with this team, man? You guys have a lot of talent, both sides of the ball, man, and just looking to build on another year with one of the top offensive line units in the country. So, man, just tell me about the excitement for this season.
Man, obviously, we're on a roll right now, but for us, it's 1-0 every week. It's really 1-0 every day. Like, the one slide that you're going to consistently see in our room is 1-0, because it's not like 1-0, like go 1-0 in treatment, go 1-0 in class. If you about to go eat lunch, go 1-0 versus lunch. Like, just build habits of winning, so that's all your body knows. Like, you got to build discipline and consistency. So it's like, with our team, man, we got ballers everywhere. Yeah. And we got ballers who play against each other every day in practice, so you're only going to get better. Iron sharpens iron. It's just making sure, man, when you block out the noise, everybody, the same people that are what they call it, glazing, the same people that's glazing us now, wasn't even saying nothing about us before. That's what we call a machine. Don't pay attention to that, man. The work that we've been putting in, we focus on being 1-0. The rest going to take care of itself, man, because do we have the hoopers to do it, man? We got ballers on offense, defense, special teams. We got an elite staff, but at the end of the day, it's human nature. We all got to continue to be consistent and disciplined every day. If we do that, man, we get an opportunity to do something special. But the only thing that matters now is Indiana tomorrow.
Yeah, man. And then tell me about Dante Moore, man. Talk to me about the guy that's at the head of the helm right now, man. Guy that's on the top 10 in the Heisman right now, man. Just one of the top quarterbacks in the country right now, man. Just tell me about being around him on a consistent basis.
The word different, everybody says different. Yeah. Dante Moore is the #1 quarterback in the country. Left UCLA, came here and sat for a whole year. So like the perfect example of the Lord repays hard work. Yeah. The man was the #1 quarterback in the country. Could have left at any other school. Somebody would have paid him crazy NIL, and he probably would have been. He decided to sit a year. He cared about development. He cared about being around the right people, being around the right resources.
In a good position.
And now look what's happening. A lot of people are so scared of time that they're scared to sacrifice a little bit of time for the betterment of time. Yes. He sacrificed a year for, if we do this the right way, the rest of his life could be much different. Yeah. You know what I mean? And what he did in the process of waiting was not complain. If we ever needed Dante at any point last year, God forbid Dylan got hurt, we'd have been all right. You heard Tez Johnson say that in the Rose Bowl last year during the media day. Yeah. He said Dante Moore going to win the Heisman next year. That is like, and I'm saying that to say, I don't know if Dante going to Heisman. He got to go work. But for a dominant receiver in college football to say that about a backup quarterback,
He ain't even playing with him every day.
it sounds like recruiting when we say that. But it's that's what development does here, man. As much as Will Stein is a wizard, he's really the wizard. Like I take my hat off to Coach Landon, man, because these guys prepare. Our guys prepare better than anybody, man. And they go to the NFL and have success immediately, man. That's why I say guys from Miami need to come here. Because if our guys learn how to do this process, we're gonna have even more than we already got. There's Miami guys in South, and I'm gonna put, you know, when you there, it's Miami versus everybody. When you leave, I gotta start saying Florida. Because if you feel me, it's Florida as a whole. When we down there, it's us versus everybody. You feel me? Miami is on separate thing. We'll bring Providence depending on where you're at with the conversation, right? But if we bring more people, man, from down there to something like this, man, we're gonna do some even more special things.
And I want to get on that topic as far as recruiting. Like, what does a player have to show you to get recruited to come to Oregon? Like, who are you looking for?
Everything's different. Everything's different. Depends the position, but it depends sounds corny, the heart. I mean, some guys may be short, but they are hoopers. Our class right now that we signed last year was a good example of mixture of, like, O-line wise, we had 4 guys with 4 different body types, 4 different player styles. One guy came from like a wing T offense, never really doing nothing. One guy was like a projector of a tackle, but then the project already started filling itself out during high school, and this senior year was some of the best film we seen. We had another guy who was like a 5-star, and we had another guy who was like a 4-star, 5-star. Like, they was just different in the sense of, I want the best player. And that may be different depending on the year, because what sucks is, and you realize that everybody back home like, man, why you didn't recruit this kid? It might not be a year. We might have took 4 people at that position last year. So we might only be taking one guy this year, and the one guy that we want might be a guy on this side of the earth that I know but we've been recruiting since he was in 8th grade. So everybody back home like, man, you trying my boys back home? It's like,
I've been watching this kid over here for.
There's somebody you have no idea about that you think I'm just, like, not that this kid is not good, but I done built a relationship. He's on this side of the world, or he's been an Oregon fan his whole life. Every situation is different because there may be a kid like that, but there's a kid in South Florida, you're like, well, this kid is really good, and I'm going to see if there's a heartbeat there before I just. So everything is unique. Everything is unique. But I think the thing that you look for overall is a guy who loves football. And as I say, it sounds corny, but if you don't love football now, football's only going to get harder.
So what you gonna do when you get home?
So if you're doing it for the attention of social media, and to each his own. I ain't mad at you if that's what you're looking for. But if that's what you're looking for, and that's the only thing you're looking for, it's gonna be hard for you to come here and be like, dang, okay, we got fall camp practice tomorrow, or then we're gonna have that again the day after that, or we're gonna have that again the day after that. Yeah. That's what real college football is.
So question, at the end of the day, how many kids, how do y'all go about as far as saying, okay, we're gonna go to the portal and get this kid, or how many kids do y'all bring in from the portal?
It's needs. And it's like, our head coach, man, Coach Landon does an elite job of, we're gonna take what we need, whatever's necessary. If we find a high school kid that we're evaluating, we're gonna always recruit high school talent. You gotta win with high school talent. You gotta always recruit high school talent. If you happen to find somebody in the portal who happens to fit a feel or feel a need that you need, at the end of the day, you can talk about recruiting high school. You want to make your team the best team possible. So like in the NFL, if you're a free agency and somebody gets hurt, you go find somebody that's at that position. It's the same thing with high school recruiting. All right, I'm looking for 2 tackles next year. I'm gonna go get 2 tackles. If I'm going to go get 2 tackles and I don't get all the tackles I want, and in the portal there happens to be a guy. So it's like, what sucks is people care about the portal depending on the school. Because when some schools do, it's like, man, way to go attack the portal. When other schools do, it's like, you only attack the portal. So it's like, what do you want?
Got like 32,
other school, and it is what it is.
And then next thing you know, the coach gets fired a year later.
And every year I've been here, our offensive line has been slightly different in that sense. When I first got here, it was a line full of everybody that was here except one guy who was a portal guy. The next year, it was 2 portal guys. The next year, right now, we're working with 3 portal guys. So it's like, in the sense of, you don't know what's going to be your need, and then if we do it the right way next year, I don't know how many portal guys may be on the line. You know what I'm saying? It's based off need. So it's like, we're going to do what's necessary. We're going to continue to recruit at a high school level, because if you can develop your guys, life is good. Life is good. Life is good, man. So people fear the portal? We don't fear the portal, man. Just do your job at a high rate every single day and just hope that your kids trust that you're doing your best every single day. Because if a kid want to leave after that, that means there's just something he wants.
Right.
Yeah, and we've been talking about old boy the whole time. We gotta show some love to Mom Dukes too, man. We gotta like tell me what she meant to you, how she balanced out, you know, and instilled, you know, these qualities into Alik Terry to make you who you are today.
I mean, Mom Dukes is everything. Obviously, I wouldn't be here without my mom. I love you to death, Mama. It's like she did everything necessary to make sure I was good. Like, there was times we wasn't, I ain't even know. I got older, I'm like, dang, you a stud again. You know what I mean? I didn't know, I really didn't know, you feel me? So it's like, to be able to now be in a position to do some things for my mama, to be able to create some ease for her. She still don't want too much. Like, she want to grind, that's how she is, but that's all what she's always shown me is how to grind, how to grind. I mean, respect, my pops was always in my life. They never got married, and my pops was always in my life, but respectfully, Mom was a single mother too, living in the city with me and my sister, and she just made things happen. She made things happen, and I'm so thankful for her, even to this day. Like, whatever she wants, she got it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm so thankful for everything she did for me, how she was there, like football games, basketball, like they didn't have no set schedule. They had a good relationship. My mom, like, I'll be my mom. Up until the 7th grade, I lived with my mom in the city. But I would be with my pops whenever he was just, my mom was like, go over to your daddy's house. I just go to my old boy was standing over by North Miami Beach, literally by North Miami Beach Optimus. Them apartments right behind North Miami Beach Optimus. That's the apartments I used to live with my pops. And my mom stayed over by the city, so it was like, they just had a really good there was no issue. My old boy never got put on child support. They just had he lived like the country lifestyle. Don't do no dang child support. I'm gonna take care of my dang child. It is what it is. But my mom she never stressed him, man. She a phenomenal mama, man. So it was cool because on my street on 48th, I lived here. My grandma lived right here. My aunt and my cousin lived right in front of me. I had my Uncle David staying right next to me, and my Miss Naomi it was really the block. Literally on 48th was my family. You feel me? So my mom, if I wasn't with my old boy, I was always around women because I had my sister, my auntie across the street, her daughter, my cousin Nene, my grandma so I was always around 5 to 6 women at all times. So now my sister got 2 nieces. So I'm around women literally all the time. If I'm not at football, I'm around them. So I spoil them, and all that is from my mama. For me, all that's from my mama. Man, I'm so thankful for her because this branch this tree that she has, all the branches that's falling from it, and she get the benefits from it, man. And I'm so thankful for her, man, for real.
No, for sure. And then I actually want to talk to you about your relationship that you have with your close friends you have growing up, man. Anywhere you go, anytime you go anywhere, I always see you got your guys with you, man. Tell me, like, where did that come from? Like, just as far as not forgetting where you come from, not forgetting your guys, man, and just wanting to spend that time and being intentional about taking these guys, man. Hey, come see the world with me, man.
Because I'm a nomad, man. Like, my dad was country. I would spend the whole summer in what we call 105, 105th Street. And my dad, I would be literally, we get out of school June, all the way to August, I may have been home 1 or 2 days the whole summer. And my old boy just like, hey, just let me know, call me before y'all do something. I'm talking about as early as like 9 years old, all the way to 17. Right. Every summer I was gone, and I was at the 5. Like, them my boys for life, man. Like, when I say for life, obviously you know Dre. Yeah. But Dre, Dave, Joey, Money Kev, Wop, Danny, Quan, like, them my guys, man. Them my real brothers, man. Like, we in a group chat every single day. I got 105 tatted on me. Like, the things that, what they say, things we did I'll never tell. Yeah. Like, it's family for life, man. Like, it's real brotherhood, and the fact that I'm able to be living out my dreams, like, if I get a chance to go on vacation and the guys get to come with me, you best believe it, because we was all 8 deep in a 2-bedroom, 1-bedroom, just making it happen. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we was going to college. Joey was in South Carolina. He was with Duke in South Carolina. I was driving 2 hours to go sleep on them boys' couch. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's real fam, and what their families and their moms done for me, I call them 105 mamas. They spoiled us. Yeah. We was 9 deep in somebody's house, and all of us was still eating. You know what I'm saying? Like,
things we used to do back
in the day, and to this day, like, to their day, like, the mamas is my mamas, man. Like, 105 mamas, like, to death, like, it's family. Anything they need, I don't care. They took my big ass in. You know my big ass was gonna eat. I was gonna eat, you feel me? And they was happy because all my homies little, they wasn't eating. And all they mamas want to cook. They're like, where Leak at? So I was happy to come pull up over there, you feel me? So, and it ended up being where I was like, man, I was sleeping over the gang house. I was sleeping over somebody's house because Joey was on 105th, Money Kev was on 111th, literally on the same Ave. So they were 6 blocks away. So if I wasn't there, rest in peace, Leo. Leo was on 105th, three streets up. Rest in peace, Leo. So it's like, we was always together. We walking around the city together. My pops was country. You should not do this. And pops was sorry, but like, I was driving a car, 13 years old, no license, no nothing. He's like, if the cops pull you up to say you stole the car, what, I'm gonna press charges on you? That's country. That's country. You feel me? That's country. That's some country nonsense. And I probably should have said I apologize, but it's like, I'm thankful for it because I don't do much. I done lived a lot of life.
Right.
I done lived a lot of life. And if you do it the right way, man, I'm so thankful the Lord got me in this position. I say it too much. I don't care. I'm blessed. Yeah. And I gotta thank Big Homie for that. Yeah. That's all because of God, bro.
And then, man, I think it's the time when we get into the Miami politics, man. We started talking. You heard you say earlier, class of 2014, you feel is the best class that come out of South Florida, man. That's my class of 2014. Shout out to Miami, New Orleans, shout out to them Vikes, man. Hey, but tell me why you think that, man, because I agree with you.
I mean, talent-wise, it's been talent every single year out of Dade County, so it's like the LeBron and the Mike conversation. Yeah. If you say one better than the other, they feel like you saying the other one trash. That's what I'm saying. But it's like, I'm not saying nobody trash. I'm just saying, literally, the best running back class of all time is the 2014 running back class.
Give us a list of that class.
So, like, let alone Miami. I'm talking about the nation first. Like, just the nation of the nation was crazy when you think about the Chubbs, the Dalvins, the Yearbys, the Sony Michels, the Christian McCaffreys, the Leonard Fournettes, the Bo Scarborough. This was all in the same class. You know what I'm saying? So I say that to say where it's like, that's what made me say that because obviously you always remember who's playing now. So like we in this space in the last decade, those the boys that was turning up. But even before they turned up in football, in the NFL, excuse me, you knew it was different. And I think 14 was the best. Obviously that was my class, so I'm gonna say that naturally, but I'm a fan of Dade County football. I'm a fan of Dade County football, man. Like, you can argue this class is just as good as this class, and you ain't gonna be wrong for real. You ain't gonna be wrong for real. You really not.
Yeah. And then tell me about just like our class, like you said, just playing with and just being in that class with so many of those great players, man. We had the Ermin Lanes, we had the Joe Yerbys, the Treons, we had the Wanks from Jackson. Like it was talent everywhere.
It was cool to see though, like when everybody was leaving, they was making immediate impacts. Yeah. Wank turned USF out. Ermin Lane went to Florida State, was playing receiver and DB. Like, shout out Ermin Lane, man. We got dudes that like, let alone that they was good in high school, they went to college and made an immediate impact even with other people from across the country. Sony Michel went to RBU and he was, you feel me, he was out there handling business.
Shout out to Sony. I think he just got his jersey, he just got retired out there at Georgia.
Respectfully, nobody talk about enough. Folk got robbed from the Heisman that year at Florida State. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I was that way before we was playing them. I'm like, they out here torching us.
He went 90 on
90. He was torching us, you feel me? So it's like, I said that to say like, Joe was at the U killing it. Like 14, shoot, the whole Central O-line all went D1. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, they across the board, you had Trevor go to the U, you had Reg go to FAU, you had Junior go to Tulane, you had Mike go to USF. You know what I'm saying? Like you had the whole crew went D1. So it's like the whole city at that time where that was the first time the O-line was matching the D-line, the receivers across the board. Cause you had Treon and Wink in the same class. We had Allen Edward at Hialeah, you feel me? Shout out Al, you feel me? Like we had our guys, cause even at Hialeah, we had 7 guys go D1 that year? I mean, like the city was just, there was just a lot of talent leaving out the city that year, man. And it was like across the board, because schools that people wouldn't even get their respect to was having guys leave and go out and get guys playing, man. So
I got a good question. You're a big fan of Dade County football. Why is it not a lot go Power 4 in Dade County? Like you're talking 20-some, 30 kids in Dade County every year. Why is the number so low?
This is gonna sound funny, but like I really think it's because of the amount of, I think I'm corny when I say this, but it's like now being out west, I think the amount of coaches we have, there's not a lot of tall people in Miami.
No. And I think that would hurt our old linemen.
So that's what I'm saying.
Like that right there is like.
We got some really good receivers, but a lot of times they call them the Miami receiver. 5'8", 5'9".
Got them.
Who quick you can go.
Right.
Leave Florida, everybody calling them what they call it the milk and honey diet. Everybody big because they be on milk and honey their whole life.
Right.
Our guys are just
undersized.
Small.
That's it.
So they don't give us the respect that we need, but it's like when you get on the field, That's the dog that we all need to be able to like separate ourselves from everybody else.
You come and we play these teams coming from California, and they linemen come out there and they just
Big as ever.
Cause I go to what it is, the Broward, the Broward, what is it? The Broward when they play the Cali, the Cali teams, and then you go and you look at the teams, you be like, shit, what the,
them dudes large,
they big. So it comes back to what you say. Hey, why y'all not recruiting over there? Why I'm gonna go all the way over there when I got somebody over here 6'3", 6'4", ready to go?
Go right now, and it's like, yes, and it's weird because our players are better.
Yes.
And it's not just saying it because our players are better. But it's like, I always say this. People be like, oh, like I was a short lineman. Man, if I was 6'5", I probably would have made it to the league. If I was 6'5", would I have worked as hard? No. So I feel like people around Miami, that underdog, you kind of need it.
Right.
But if it was up to us, I would love for us to be able to have like a, maybe, I would love for us to have like.
Every year, that's the same problem. Our biggest problem is where we get trenches from.
Yeah, because it's like, somebody's got to take the bait, I guess, fall on the grenade. Yeah. But eventually, it's going to filter itself out. You want to not recruit smaller guys, and it ends up being 2 or 3 receivers that ends up going off, and then the next 2 years, there'll be more smaller receivers taken. Yeah. Because that's how football works. Yeah. Right. Who's got a guy like Tavon Austin? There was a lot more smaller receivers that got took the next 3-4 years because Tavon Austin did what he did. Think about how many little guys we knew, and they was like, we can make it to Tavon Austin in our system. So just like when Cam Newton turned up, there was a lot more bigger quarterbacks that was like, ooh, we can start doing the dual threat again. Right. Johnny Manziel, when Johnny Manziel turned up, people was like, that could be like another Johnny Manziel. Yeah. Sure. So we don't realize the impact of what a young guy can do. Like when a guy's that boy, if you undersize whatever, you can make an impact for real that shifts and change how people evaluate.
Yeah, I want that. I want what he.
That's what our guys from Miami do.
So what?
That's the point. Where I say that to say, where like, because that's going to end up having the effect of the dominance he's had so early. That's going to have the effect if he continues at that rate. Like of what that's what I'm saying. Where now,
do it, like,
so now somebody's going to be probably a little bit more, have a little bit more like, dang, maybe that could be like him, and take a guy who has the more of that stature. Where even if you know where we from. Because we've known and seen what he's been since he was legit. You knew what that was.
Everybody don't get the name Baby Jesus.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I say that to say where our guys can continue to shift the standard. And we continue to, we've been doing this since forever. Antonio Brown was a smaller guy. Yeah. Santana and Sonoris were smaller guys. Yeah. Chad Ochocinco was a skinny receiver. Yeah. He didn't look like T.O., but he was doing it his way. I mean, our guys can end up being, Sean Taylor was a safety you ain't never seen like that before. Now he was what they hope all our kids look like. You feel me? 6'4", 220, 4'3". You know what I'm saying? So that's the what they call the anomaly. But regardless, if we don't look the part, our guys are gonna play the bit. And I say that to say like jokingly, because they say like people from the Caribbean and the islands are shorter people. So I say that we got so much a mixture of our cultures that ain't nobody really finna be tall like that. You feel me? So down there, you just don't. But the one thing we do have, we got the sun. So we get to play football year round. Yeah. Like you go on the road recruiting and you ask, hey, when y'all spring ball, you're like, yeah, we don't do this in our state. Like what? Yeah.
Okay.
So you being a lineman coach, how do you feel about the 7-on-7 circle?
Love it. I mean, because I'm opposite. I've learned now repetition is king. So as much as older guys want to hate, you know why these kids better than us now than we were in high school? They got 1,000 more reps than we got. Yeah. So as much as you don't like 7-on-7, a kid is learning to see like, oh, that's cloud coverage. Yeah. Oh, that's a three match. Yeah. Oh, that's a cover 6. Yeah. So when you see a kid go have immediate success in college, if he took 7-on-7 serious and wasn't only worried about but actually get to learn the reps of, ooh, I can look off a safety where they think it's going this way, knowing I'm going on my X and I gotta, you learn in football. Yeah. Right. So it's like 7-on-7, 5-on-5, I love. I know it's kind of dumb to be doing one-on-ones, but if you have your coach and teacher properly, it's no bull rushes, no pancakes. And if it happens naturally, it happens naturally. But you are getting more reps. Yeah. Right. That's what you want. Right. That's what you want at all times. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how can you ever be upset at your kids playing football? As long as it's in a safe manner. And the 7, I love the SHIT talking. I love it. I love you doing the blur. Like, Oregon is tweeting blur when DeCorian Moore, you know what I'm saying? Ball, right? Where that's from? Where do you think that's from?
Miami.
Come on. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
you bought that hero.
So like I can say it was me, but like I told you, Will Stein played with Teddy B,
all them boys,
Michael Lee Harris. Yeah. So, what they was doing in trash. If you shout out them boys, you know what I'm saying? Like
my God.
CJ, Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was with people who all they say is blur. So when I was like, blur, he was like, you know that blur. So like now we at practice and our whole team, when we throw that thing up, they saying blur, and our university organ is now putting, when Decorian Moore scoring the 60, they tweeting out blur.
Let's go.
That's Miami. That's all Darius Johnson and Tommy Streeter.
All day long.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's,
Shout out to the
that, you feel me? And like I'm a football fan. That's T.Y. Hilton and Willis Wright at the FIU 707 before people even realized this. In that big old, taking up people deep. Blue. That's Cato at quarterback. Shula was with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like before that went to Cent.
Boys right there.
You know what I'm saying? Before they went to Cent, it's like if you understand Miami football, man, our culture and our impact makes it what this is, man. So to be able to be out here at it's cool with the Mecca meeting the Mecca. Trash Powder, the Mecca.
Yeah.
Nike football is the Mecca.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to bridge the gap.
Yeah.
You feel me? So to be able to be out here, I take that as a true badge of honor that the Lord allowed me to almost close the gap.
Yeah.
Because I hope I just set the foundation to bridges the true gap. Like me, I might not be the bridge you see. I might hopefully just be the foundation that 20 years from now.
Be like Coach did that.
Yeah, you feel me? Like there was an impact left because of what we did way back in 2024, 2025.
Nah, for sure.
And then I think we at the point of the interview where we just kind of show some love to the guys, the hometown guys. So I just want you to give me like a top 5 list. I don't know if you want to go position by position or you want to kind of go overall.
Let's do a time. We're gonna do offense, defense overall.
All right, offense, defense overall.
That's gonna be hard, but I'm gonna say this now. Somebody gonna be hot. Somebody gonna say it is what it is. Let me preface it by this. We are in the home of gangsters. Everybody like that for real.
Nah, for sure.
So offense, and this is I think the number one offensive player in Miami is T.Y. Hilton ever. Like he did it everything. He played running back. I should put him as a football player, but like I'm gonna put. All right, let's do this first. We always do offense, defense. I ain't gonna do it. Offense, defense. Offense, I'm gonna go T.Y. first. That's gonna be number 1. Ooh-wee. Number 2, I gotta go Teddy B.
Shout out Teddy B. For sure.
Because what Teddy B did was different. Teddy B went to that open and was calling plays look like that by themselves.
Yeah.
And went up there and handled business. So that he'd be number 2. Number 3, I gotta go Willis McGahee. Because Willis McGahee went, it's like I'm getting love of Springs right now, but Willis McGahee went crazy. Nah, I say that back. If I put, it's hard because my argument is always Willis McGahee or Easterling when it comes to offense. So it's like,
McGahee, you know you my guy.
yeah, but
I'm rocking with
Easter, it's hard. Feel me? So if I got to put them both, I got to put them, that's 4. And then one more. Damn, you're going to leave somebody out, you just feel disrespectful.
Hard.
It's hard. It's hard. It's too many gangsters because at this point it's like, dang, it's hard. It's hard. If I got to go a 5th one, and honestly, just for what it did for my fandom of high school football, I got to go with Darius Johnson.
Okay, shout out to Blue Hands, man.
Because that what they did when they went up there to South Lake Carroll as a jit and seeing them boy, him and Street obviously tore it up, but I remember being at Trash Pal, getting like blur, like seeing that, feeling that blur, seeing that was dope. So
I traveled on that trip. I actually was with the team and we had the same flight. And I remember before the game, I painted my face. I went to Mac. I'm like, hey, blue over here, gold, white in the middle, Miami Northwestern, B Carroll, and I was on that hen dog.
You feel me? And and like in my mind, I'm gonna probably watch it later. I'm like, how did I even say this person? How did I even say that person?
Yeah.
And it's gonna happen. Defensively, that's hard because I gotta go Sean Taylor 1. Sean Taylor's like an athlete. You feel me? Sean Taylor 1. People don't think about it. Denzel Perryman was that boy. Denzel Perryman was a cold-blooded killer. I gotta go Corey Legion. They ain't gonna respect Corey. Corey's a D tackle, first-round D tackle out of Hialeah. He was playing quarterback, D tackle, and receiver out of Hialeah. That's 3. I gotta go Marcus Forster 4, because Big Forster was like that. Big Forster was like that. And then last one, I gotta go some type of DB, like corner. And there's so many dang ballers, man. God dang. There's so many hoopers from down there, man.
Nah, for sure.
I don't even know. Good God, I don't even know. I got too many, man. It's too many.
Yeah, it is too many, man. It's so many people, man. So many
I
people.
can't even think.
You owe us one, coach. You owe us one more, coach. You got to give us one more. It don't matter which way.
The Sean Spence's. You could go further than that. You go to
A whole bunch of y'all.
Damn, I gotta go Carol City. I gotta go Carol City. I gotta go Willie Williams. 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 Willie Williams had that cutoff T-shirt. That was like my first person I seen. Where I was at practice that next day when I was playing for City, like rolling up I'll never forget rolling up the net jersey. Willie Williams was out there. Willie Williams was 17.
Yeah, I remember watching him.
Yeah. I remember that in that orange. Willie Williams was the other one. Because Sean Spence was like that too. Sean Spence was. Levante David was like that. You feel me? And they had that was back at the linebacker core at that time. Was crazy, man. So I mean, it's too many hoopers, man. Because you can go down the list like Webster, you feel me? Running back and receivers is the one where you can have like legitimate arguments, which who knows how that's gonna pan out. You're gonna be here all day with the running backs and receivers.
For sure. Well, for me, I definitely I have to shout out Duke Johnson, man. I was out there in New Orleans with him, man. Shout out I would have to put him, Duke Johnson for sure. I have to put Jeremiah Smith for me personally, just being up close and personal, seeing that. Also, I'm a big Ethnic Sands fan.
Yes.
Shout out to Ethnic
Ain't
Sands.
nobody hit that ball like Sands did. I'm sorry. He cut that thing so.
That's my guy. I mess with Ethnic, man. We built a relationship over time, man, and just been a fan of his, man, and just being able to meet him and just being a super down to earth person, man. And that's my guy, man. Shout out to Ethnic Sands. And then I think I want to get some love to Treon. Shout out to Treon. I'm gonna go Treon.
He did it.
I'm gonna go to Treon.
He beat everybody.
They won.
He beat everybody, bro. He beat everybody, bro.
National
He beat everybody, bro.
championship.
He beat everybody, bro.
Play them. We had to go through that gauntlet. Play Booker T. You know, I did my thing. I had me a little touchdown, 100 yards, nothing crazy.
They had a little slice up, right?
That's crazy, but you know, man, shout out to them boys. Treon was the guy, man. He was the Miami's Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
That team though, that's probably one of the better teams in Dade County history though. For real. That's always the argument, but that's one of the Ja'Cory, them boys in that Booker T and this Sand, you feel me? That's the argument every time. That's the argument every time.
Yeah, we gotta respect the national champs though, cause not too many teams. We only got 2 teams that won national championships.
What 2 teams? It's 3.
What's the 3?
In Dade County?
In Dade County, what's the 3?
You got Northwestern, Booker T, and Columbus.
Columbus, what national championship?
You gotta go do your homework, buddy.
They had Rat in them.
National championship? I gotta go see that.
It might have been the year they beat us in 13, my junior year. They beat us like
older than that.
Okay. I was about to say they beat us bad at one time.
Oh man, but yeah, man. Hey, I appreciate, man, my guy Lee letting us come through, man. Interview him in the facility, man. He opened his arms with us, man. We had full access, man. Anything we needed, man, he provided for us. So, man, there's not too many people out here like this that would, extend that opportunity like this for us. So I definitely want to tell him I appreciate you, man. And that you different, man. You for sure different. And I want to show Miami, that we coming together. Like I'm Daily Deposit Miami. We came together with the portal, and we trying to show you guys that we can collaborate, that we can come together, and that it's not always a competition thing. It's we can come together and do something special if there's no ego involved, and everybody understands what the bigger picture is, and it's really to touch these kids where we from, let them see that there's another way, and that there's different avenues to accomplish. And be successful in life, and that you don't have to be a product of your environment, and that our world is bigger than Miami, man. So, man, definitely want to thank Alik again, man.
We appreciate you, man, more than you know.
Man, appreciate y'all, man, for what y'all doing for the city one. Like you said, it's daily deposits, man. Like anybody that's watching it, man, every day put your daily deposits down. I promise you, you're gonna look up, and that investment gonna be worth it. Yes, sir. For real.
And this would be another episode of Daily Deposits / we here with the portal, man. This gonna be something we'll be doing. We're gonna be traveling around, getting at these guys, guys that's born and raised in Miami, man, that's out here doing great things in the world, man. We're gonna be out here coming to see you, man. We pulling up on you, man.
Big shout out to the cameraman.
Shout out to RTV Films.
RTV Films, you know what time it is, man.
Young GOAT, man, one of the best cameramans out of Miami, man.
Sir.
The guy himself, man.
RTV Films, you know which way to go.
Yes, sir.